My name is Tobias Wolfgarten, and I'm the head of projects of the Skills Development and Youth Employment Project SKY from GIZ. GIZ is organized as a company, but it's a special company because it's 100% owned by the German federal government. And we are implementing development projects in about 120 countries around the globe, of which Nigeria is one of the important ones. We have a very large portfolio here covering a range of topics with three main focus areas: with energy, with sustainable economic development and agriculture. We have, as I said, 120 countries around the globe. We are about 24,000 employees. And in Nigeria, we have what we call a sustainable economic development cluster, where we have different projects that contribute to it. And the Skills Development and Youth Employment Project is one of them. And we work in 5 different thematic outputs. One thing is that we approach the policy level. We work on policies together with our partners that improve the quality of the TVET system, that improve what we call the job matching, basically that we connect the supply and the demand side of the labor market and help young people to get into jobs. Our approach generally is that we develop the capacities of our partners. We don't just invest money into training, but also work on structures. We do organizational development. We do training of trainers. We also train management staff of the organizations that we work with the purpose that in a few years, when we withdraw, that the partners can have these improved structures and processes and then basically implement what they are supposed to contribute in terms of the TVET and employment promotion system in a better way. And we have been in Nigeria since 1974, so we have been here for quite a while. And as I said, our portfolio has been growing a lot in recent years. And for me personally, I have been to Sri Lanka before I came here, and I was very curious to work in Nigeria and particularly Lagos, because I think it's a very vibrant place, and my experience so far has been extremely positive. Positive in terms of that we find a lot of partners where we can make an impact with, and I think that's why we are here, and that's something I really enjoy. And I've been here for 3 years, and I have fortunately some more years to go before I might move to another country. We have different type of activities. We have 2 main thematic pillars. So one is vocational training, TVET, and the other one is employment promotion. And when it comes to TVET and employment promotion, one important topic is awareness. That people actually get aware which opportunities are actually in there in the TVET system. You know that most Nigerian parents would like their children to become either architects or doctors, but we want to show, and here I think iCreate is an excellent partner, to show that TVET actually gives you a job, it gives you a skill, and with this skill you actually can find a decent and a safe employment. And I think iCreate has the ability to draw a lot of attention to the topic, and for us it's an important partner to help this awareness raising, both among beneficiaries and the society as a whole, but also among potential partners in the government. But what we also see is, and what is important to us, collaboration with the private sector, so that we raise more importance, that we raise more awareness of how important it is also for the private sector to get involved in TVET. To give you an example, what we have done in the past few years is to develop new occupational standards that are more in line with the needs of the labor market. So how did we do that? So how can we develop a standard that is aligned to the needs of the labor market? Well, we just ask the companies. We bring them together in a workshop and we ask them, okay, as a mason, as a plumber, as an electrician, what do I need to have as a skill? What are my competencies that I need to actually succeed to do this job in a good way? And this is where we got the input from the private sector, and that now we have also in collaboration with the federal government, particularly with NBTE, developed this standard and want to have it approved so that it becomes a national standard. So wherever you go to in Nigeria, if you have this certificate from NBTE, you know there is a certain quality behind it, and the private sector also knows, oh, this quality is what I get when I hire a person with such a certificate. Yeah, our role is that we are contributing to the funding of the Skills Fest together with other partners, and what we do is, not only the part of awareness raising, but also to do practical trainings. So iCreate is actually training people because the actually practical doing is what gives you the possibility to also show how it actually looks like. How does it feel to work in a certain profession? And this is something that we do together with iCreate. We as Sky Project, we want to promote the relevance of TVET in general. And this is where we think iCreate has done an excellent job in the past. What we also see is that iCreate has developed good relationships also to bring in the private sector, like their collaboration with Bosch, for example. And I think that's exactly what we would like to see. Partners that bring in the private sector, bring in also government sector, but also the civil society. And I think that's also one emphasis or one large focus of our work is to bring different stakeholders together, to create these platforms between where public and private sector, but also civil society can meet, exchange, and define priorities of what needs to be done to bring more Nigerian youth into employment. We need the media also as a partner, since first of all, we need to inform about our work. Not because we take ourselves so important, but rather due to the fact that we want to raise the awareness for the importance of the topic. And then also it is a good way also to make other stakeholders aware of us so that they can come to us if we didn't get aware of them yet, and we can get into a conversation on the topic of TVET and employment promotion. And I think this is where we need the media, and we really appreciate also that media reports about what we are doing, because I think we need to get the word across also to the Nigerian youth that TVET has a lot of future. There are a lot of job opportunities out there that need to be taken. I think we also, sometimes youth, they have a certain narrative in mind of what they think about what is a plumber, what is a mason, what does work in the construction sector mean. And we have one partnership with another organization where we try to change this perception, this narrative of work in the construction sector is dirty jobs. Yeah, it's about making your hands dirty. So there are hundreds of possible occupations in the construction sector, and they are all different. And what we also want to do, and that's also where we need media support and a lot of awareness raising, is to encourage more women to get into the construction trades. What we get as a feedback from companies is that they often preferably hire women because they feel they are very motivated. I think sometimes women have it more difficult as they they feel they still have to prove they're actually able to do it, and that makes them really excellent employees for the companies. And I can only strongly encourage women to get engaged in the construction sector, to get engaged in Tibet, because well, there's so much opportunity out there in terms of job and employment.